Aloha, friends and neighbors. Rollin Frost here, Kona Astrologer. This is not your normal, colorful, sparkling show. There will be a little inspiration here because I'm kind of hitting rock bottom, folks. Yeah, I got a bad back injury. Spend most of my time lying flat. And you don't want to know all the details, but I'm having significant pain at the normal painkillers, having trouble knocking down, and other things. Uranus is making a mess out of my life. Everybody's moved out and left chaotic conditions. With my back hurt, I can't do physical stuff to fix things. Even the light blew out. You don't have bright video because the light's gone. Then I couldn't find DVDs. Somebody put a blank DVD or an unlabeled DVD on a stack, and all the DVDs were used. And I just go on and on and on. But not for me to burden you with my shit, right? I'm sorry. I'm going to try to provide you with some minimal information anyway, and hope you'll excuse. This is a one-man show, so all we get is what I have to put out to you, and I don't have too much left right now. I got to concentrate on hiding from pain and sleeping. So this is show 1089. I don't remember in the last 20 years when I've been at such a low. So take it for what it is. We're going to cover the middle week of October, the third week, and see what's coming up in the sky mirror first. And I got to tell you, there's some interesting stuff because we're about to have a new moon on opposition to Uranus. What's that mean, Frost? Well, the new moons are like sun and the moon together, mom and dad. New moons are kind of nice because that's like once a month, mom and dad get together and have a meeting and set policy. Full moons, mom and dad are opposed, and there's some strife. They still set some policy that goes for a month, but more stressful. So this is a new moon, and this new moon is at 26 degrees of Libra, and it opposes Uranus. And Uranus is a tricky guy. He's the one that's, see, my sun is at 26 Capricorn. He's already been here twice, and he's taken everything away from me and cut all my technical supports, and one by one, bang, 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 everything gone. That's what it's like at a hurricane or a earthquake or a tornado. And so this is something you're all going to be experiencing a bit of in small ways and large ways. If it hits you large, bang, the roof's gone, or your electricity is gone, or you forgot to pay the cable bill and they shut it off, or your car quits and you don't have the money to fix it. And all these things are Uranus things that go around, things that have electricity in them. You're not going to like them. Now this amounts to things like people also. Here's a little list. What kind of people don't you like? Well, scientists, maybe astrologers. I'm not getting much help. And anybody who's weird and different. Wheelchair people. For some years I was the safety guy and training guy for Handyvan, and I got to know the people who are different, so different that they can't ride the regular bus. Notice they're messing up the buses in Honolulu. So the people who are not normal, cripples, wheelchair people especially, wheelchair look kind of like the symbol Uranus. Sciences, people who are high-tech nerdies, people who walk their own path, those that are different from others and don't fit in. Air Force Academy general came out because some guys posted bad stuff on the doors of some black guys, trying to say, you don't belong here, get out. Well, the black guys are different. The Air Force is all white, huh? Jeez. So we're going to see a lot of that. You could call it prejudice against anybody who's different. Also, people who are socialists, communists, people who want, what they're doing with the health system is crazy. And here's Bernie saying, single payer, all the civilized countries do it. It's cheaper, works better. Of course, the insurance companies are going to lose all their crap, aren't they? So they're fighting it. Of course, they got money, lots, like bankers and insurance companies. They're the same. And all the people who give drugs in legal ways, all the FDA, they're going to not like Bernie's plan, single payer. It's socialism, and so you're going to hear a lot of that crap. Who cares if it's socialism? Who cares if it's communism? Who cares what the label is on it if it takes care of people? This is a union, okay? You know how they've fought unions in the last 20, 30 years? Dirty tactics, these Republicans, these Saturn people. They don't like unions. It threatens their management and their money. Unions interrupt things, don't they? Okay, there's an Aquarian Uranus thing. It's called a labor union. That's what got me into OSHA. When I read some history about, labor union history in the United States, coal miners, steel workers, how the OSHA law came to be, which is quite imperfect. It treats men and women the same. You can overdo this. Women aren't the same. They're more fragile. You pollute a woman, you pollute all her eggs. Pollute a man, you see sperm comes back in a month. So women are different, yet they treat them all. They should be protecting women more from all these toxic carcinogens. Teratogens, we call it. You poison the woman, you poison her kids for all of her life. So, anyway, I got into OSHA because I wanted to help the Uranus people. I admired the unions, what they went through, the coal miners, the steel workers. At the turn of the century, 1902, 1904, they killed so many people in the steel mills. And some newspaper in Detroit finally published it every day. 2 people died, 3 men died today horribly. And every day they published it, and the public got really upset. And son of a gun, we had people in office that reacted, and they made the OSHA law. Up until OSHA came along, when you were working, you were a slave to whatever safety conditions there were. If you got hurt on the job, you were stuck. All the other workers would pass the hat. Try to sue your employer. The employer would say, well, he knew it was a dangerous job. He shouldn't have put his hand in there. Stuff like that. Employers almost always won in court. They had lawyers. So, shabby, the way we treat our workers in the USA. I'd also tell you that the original workers were slaves. And you look at the USA chart, the Gemini rising chart, Pluto, which is the ruler of the 6th house of employees, opposes Mercury, the ruling planet of our country, of our government, And it was born in slavery, and it kept doing it with coal miners and steel miners, and then, in your lifetime, trashing the unions. Oh, the union guys are corrupt. Oh, they take your money no matter what, and they kind of made little laws to push and shove the unions out and say they're not important. Boy, they're important. Nobody represents you like a trade union on your job. So, I devoted a large part of my life to occupational safety and health. I had a Master of Science degree in occupational safety and health. I was a driving force in the local OSHA office. Used to shock them all regular. So, Uranus is my buddy, my friend, and I don't easily turn against him. I don't know who this unusual common sense is what this is. His enemy is Neptune. His enemy is Neptune. Yeah. Who tries to bring down Uranus all the time. So that's oil companies, drug companies, sneaky people, they're hiding. So Uranus has these enemies. And don't join the cause and fight and put off Uranus anymore, I'm telling you. It doesn't start until this next new moon at 26 Libra. I think it comes up on your Thursday. And that opposes Uranus. And for a month afterwards, oh boy, we're going to have, it's tight. Look at the numbers. New moon's at 26 Libra 35. Uranus at 26 Aries 29. So what that means is the mother and the father, that's all of us, are going to fear Uranus. We're going to hate Uranus. We're going to go against Uranus. What is that? We're going to blame the scientist for something. Good luck for global warming, huh? Neptune's going to have his way. There's lots of oil. The drugs are good for you. Oh, those government-approved drugs. Anyway. Bah. So, there's my rant for this morning. Here's the sky mirror. Again, I'm sorry for the quality of things. That's the best I can do right now. Oh, wait, there's more here. What's this? I'm on the 2nd of October. And yesterday, we had a bummer in Vegas. Actually, Pluto stopped on the 28th, just a few days ago. And there was several volcanoes. Popo in Mexico City is a twin to our Big Island volcanoes. Started rumbling and smoking and going off. The big one was in Bali, in Indonesia, where they evacuated 100,000 people or something because their big volcano is about to go off. Pluto started raising hell, you know. Next what happens is Pluto is like mass death. He's like a sniper. He's a gun freak. He's the old man, 64 years old, who just killed almost 60 people and wounded 500 in Vegas. A mass slaughter, a gun slaughter, the biggest gun slaughter has ever happened in the USA. Happened October 1st in Las Vegas. Right downtown, right down in the middle of the whole thing. MGM and Tropicana and places I used to like to walk around in a lot. So we had Pluto in people. Guy got the gun, killed a bunch of people, and then himself. Suicide bomber, that's Pluto, huh? Well, if I'm going to die, lots of people are going to die. So Pluto went radical, and you're a ways away from it now. Maybe the sting is starting to wear off a little bit. And besides, you got to switch over to Uranus stuff. That's going to bug you. And here it is. The thing of note is that Saturn is squaring Mars. It is not easy to do with no light. Damn. So Mars squaring Saturn, these are the two bad guys. And that's not good at all. There's a lot of meanness around. Everybody got mean. People are being judgmental and mean and greedy. Mars is greedy. Gimme, 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 and I'll fight for it. Saturn is the same way. Give me your money. I'm going to put you in jail. So this is a greedy time. Sorry to tell you, but that's the reason everybody's acting the way they are. Here's a new moon, and it's opposing over here to Uranus. And reason I'm shifting around is I'm having pain, and I'm trying to find a place where it doesn't hurt quite so much. Okay, here we go. We'll try to do something here in the way of giving you day-by-day stuff. And if you're back here on a Thursday show on the 12th, well, SHIT kind of hit the fan, didn't it? Look at all the squares and the oppositions. It started late Wednesday night, went all the way through Thursday, the 12th. There's a moon in Cancer. Finally lightens up a little bit when you get to your Friday on the 13th of October. The moon is shifted into Leo, and it gets downright, oh, let's go party and have some fun on Saturday. The late moon in Leo, trines Saturn, sextiles Mars, trines Uranus, sextiles the Sun. Oh boy, everything is fine. We're getting our way. We all got our stuff, huh? So here's a lack of tension, composed of full tension back here Wednesday, Thursday that you're sitting on. Well, Saturday is lack of tension, relaxing. Sunday morning, here's a sextile to Venus. It's kind of loving and sexy and lazy in the morning of Sunday, the 15th. But it gets confusing and delusion sets in. Sunday night late, 10, 11 o'clock most places. Here's moon opposing Neptune. Liquids, drugs, problems. A whole bunch of people would like you to think opioids are our biggest problem. Nope. Flooding is. Global warming is. The pharmaceutical, doctor, drug company, insurance company group, that's who's ripping us off. 1/6 of all of our money and everything we do in this country goes to these guys. And I'm down here now trying to see what the difference is. Aspirin and ibuprofen and Tylenol, and geez, they're just clouded like smoking mirror. You can't make sense out of it. You know, it's really hard. What Tylenol hurts your liver, and so you can't take too much, and don't drink alcohol if you do. And aspirin burns your stomach, and there's things called insets, and you know, you go read all this fine print. This is somebody, you know, purposefully. Of course, they say, well, the law says you've got to do all this stuff. But see, this is sneaky. Disguise it. Use words nobody understands. That's what it's about Sunday night. You know, doctor, priest, artist, musician, they all phony it up. Some might be true blues, but most of them are phonies, and they're snake oil medicine kind of stuff. Here, take this drug for this thing, and if you get suicidal, call your doctor. Jeez, give me a break. The middle of Virgo on Monday, the moon trines Pluto. There's a little discovery. However, it tightens up pretty heavy in the afternoon because the moon squares Saturn and hits Mars. And here's the mean place. Here's the judgment. Here's a bad judge and evil, greedy young people. Now hopefully this is all the athlete heroes that are saying essentially, don't give me rules about what to do for the national anthem. You know, at the same time you're beating up my kids with your cops, trying to tell the truth and getting crapped on by Trump. Oh boy. You know, these guys, anyway. I used to be quite an athlete when I was young. On Tuesday, the moon shifts into Libra. It's not too bad. You're in the Mars and Venus. You're in the Venus zone then. At the beginning of it, see, here's Mars. Here's Venus. It's a little overlap. Remember what Ben Franklin said? You know, when Mars and Venus in conjunction lie, young maids, whate'er is asked of you, deny. So I don't know what you learned from that whole thing. Hope you learned something about Mars and Venus. They're really opposing forces, huh? Just like Jupiter and Saturn, just like Uranus and Neptune. Well, Wednesday the moon's still in Libra and starts to hit the highs, the bad spot again. First with panics around noontime. That volcano's going to blow. Here's another suicide bomber, sniper, killer. Oh no, it's brown water flesh-eating bacteria. It's all kind of Plutonian fears come up real big. Here we are on middle of Wednesday. We're trying to get some rules and regulations. Where's the law Wednesday night? But it doesn't do any good. Because here on Thursday morning, the new moon happens and it opposes Uranus. And now we got a double whammy for our Thursday and Wednesday, Thursday adventures in bummers. This thing is going to be with us for a month. And we're all going to, be upset with poor Uranus, the Aquarius planet. What did Aquarius do? Is just here, this is homeless people. I'm blown away. They put it on TV and they're all proud of it in Honolulu. Oh, we rousted the homeless. They go through with garbage trucks and cops and bulldozers and backhoes, and they go through a homeless camp, chase everybody out or arrest them, and then they take all their stuff and just level it and throw it all in a dumpster. These people were homeless in the first place. They only had a sleeping bag and an air mattress and a small tent, and you took that. And you're sitting there grinning, you fat cat. The politicians that thought this up did it for the business people. We can't have homeless people around. Tourists might not like it. Whoever set that up should go to jail. You're going to see a lot of that crap over the next 30 days. Here's my funny bird friend out there. He's got a whole little flock of little chicks. Some kind of half-pint, half-size pheasant sort of character. Well, Jupiter's over here, and here's Thursday night. The lawyers are saying, oh, it's okay, we can all oppose the homeless don't have any rights. Boo to science. What's global warming? We don't care. So the lawyers are part of this, and you all think righteously. You're not righteous. The reason you're lawyers is to make money. Let's get it straight. How long since you've seen an altruistic lawyer? 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Of course, Jupiter's in Scorpio now. Yep. Goes by Mercury on Friday. We can talk, and it trines Neptune, and the priest, artists, doctor, musicians will be out saying, we're doing good. The government laws protect us from putting out bad drugs. We put out bad drugs anyway because we're protected by the government. They're trying out all these things on you. And they don't know what's going to happen over the long term. No, they're out to make money. That's what they're doing, these Neptune characters. Drug companies, oil companies, plastic companies. Uranus took a whack at them when it went after Houston, Galveston. Galveston has, 100 oil refineries and 200 plastics. And, pretty much like the drug industry. So, Neptune stuff, huh? And Uranus tried to take some of it out, teach us all a lesson. We're too dependent on this. Gasoline and oil and fuel, they want more of that in Puerto Rico than they do almost anything now. Just think if they'd have had solar, they'd have a little power. Nope. Dependent on hydrocarbons. So, on we go. Some Discovery Friday night. Moon in Scorpio, sextiles Pluto. Hope you learned something. Goes through Saturday kind of nonchalant. On Sunday, the moon's in Sagittarius, and Sunday night makes a square to Neptune. And we're going to have more fears about water and the ocean and bad smells and chemicals and things. Yeah. Neptune. That reminds me of something. Let's do a little astrocartography on this new moon, okay? Okay, here's the astrocartography map of the new moon, October 19th. And we're looking for the hot spots for Uranus. And when Uranus hits the angles. So the big one here is on the IC. This is the bottom of the chart. Uranus here usually means chaotic conditions in the home, earthquakes, things like that. And you can see this line runs right up through here, through the midsection of the USA. Now, what disturbs me, and I remembered when I kept thinking about Neptune, is that when you look over here, here's Hawaii. And Hawaii, we have Neptune on the IC. Water worries, flooding, roads out. What happens if you have a big quake over here? You have a tsunami over here? That possibility is very strong for the next 30 days. Sorry to tell you. Another hot spot. Here's Uranus. What's he doing? He's on the descendant. Runs up here. Aleutians. Now it's more over towards Russia. But it comes down through here. And here's another place where they're not going to like, earthquakes and things. And down here, this dotted line is Pluto. So here's your volcano knocking out power and stuff. The other area that's of some concern is here. This is Uranus on the midheaven. Public chaos. This is where you see the streets and the stores all in shambles, and you see it comes right down through here. This is a really difficult area because Bombay, while we're going through our little Houston thing, I mean, they had 20,000 homes trashed and 400,000 people homeless. This disaster makes our little things look small, and it's going on again. So this is an area to really watch. This whole matter of Neptune wasn't clear to me until my studies in the Mayans came home to roost. This is not easy stuff to interpret. You have to really get into it. Here's Quetzalcoatl, and Tezcatlipoca. And what I found is Tezcatlipoca used pulque booze. Neptune uses alcohol and drugs to fox people. And that's what he did to Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl was the intellectual, brought civilization and schooling. He's Uranus. Tezcatlipoca is Neptune. And the Mayans, they're full of stories about the, Neptune attacking. I mean, Tezcatlipoca, all the guys who study this stuff, they don't know any astrology. So the upshot is, they go through it all, but they just kind of report it. They don't truly go into depth understanding. And when I tried to do that, it wasn't easy. Like the day signs and all of this. I mean, the most learned guy that's gone through it so far, the one astrologer, did a fine job, but gee, it's tough.